Well, hello everyone. We're coming to you today from this hot August day down here in the pasture, hunting a little shade on this hedgerow, and want to start by asking you a question. You ever felt hopeless or helpless in the circumstances and situations that you're facing in life? Has it ever seemed to you in your experience that you've had nothing to work with, nothing going for you, nothing going right, that will change your current situation or condition? I've got good news for you. There's people in the Bible that are just like us, ordinary, everyday people that overcame. And I want to reference Romans, the fourth chapter, and a man named Abraham. The Bible says, who hoped against hope. It says that he dared to trust God to do what only God could do, which is raise the dead to life. Talk about an impossibility for him was not an impossibility with God. It goes on to say, with a word, this is what Abraham trusted in, that with a word, God could make something out of nothing. When everything was hopeless, Abraham believed anyway. And I want to encourage you today to trust God and to believe God anyway, even if it seems hopeless or you feel helpless. You know, God sees something where we see nothing. He's famous also for opening eyes that cannot see, unstopping ears that cannot hear, if we only ask Him to help us. You know, I want to give you an example. It's not much to look at here. We trimmed this back so I could put some water troughs here for the cows back in the springtime, and it was quite a mess. You couldn't even drive through this gap. And off this cedar tree here, we trimmed off, got a big pile of brush back here behind me, and I trimmed off this piece of wood right here, just a limb, crooked limb, but I didn't take it down. I saw that we could maybe do something creative with this, with a little creativity and some ingenuity and some work. This thing has great possibility and potential. You could make some wall pegs out of it. You could make a really fancy and very different looking wall hanging, or a light sconce hanging from the ceiling as a centerpiece. All kinds of different possibilities. It's just a stick, a limb, we'll throw it on the brush pile. And I'm gonna lay this down right quick. And, it came off of this post right here. It's just old crooked um, cedar tree, but it can become a fence post, a coat rack, uh, logs. You could actually saw this into lumber and make endless possibilities of things. Cedar wood is very beautiful. My point is simply this. Sometimes you could walk by things like this and be discouraged by what it seems like you don't have. But if you look around, look to God, and look with God, He'll always show you what He sees, and He always sees something in the nothing. He always sees through creative eyes. He always sees something to work with. And if you and I will look to God and work with God, even if you're facing what seems to be a nothing situation, I'll tell you, you're not. You don't have to be hopeless or helpless, because God will help you. And there is hope that, like Abraham, the God who sees something in the nothing, and who's famous for making something out of nothing, will take you and make a somebody out of a nobody, and He'll help you if you'll work with Him. I want to thank you for joining me today. I want you to be encouraged. Dare to trust God, dare to believe God, and watch God work things out for you.